Okay. So the unit 1, or according to us unit 2, is random variable and processes. So for I will be starting with random variables. Okay. So random variables, are you familiar with this term, random variables?
Maths में familiar है.
Yes,
From
yes, same,
probability.
same thing. Same thing.
From probability.
Yes, probability. So random variable, according to your definition, will be assigning assigning real numbers, assigning real numbers to the outcome of an experiment. If I'm saying this, then assigning real numbers to the outcome of an experiment, that means if any experiment is there, suppose I am saying there that two coins are being two coins or two coins are being tossed. Okay, two coins are being tossed. Okay, and I am giving a random variable h, number of I'm assigning number of heads as random variable x, as random variable x, number of heads as random variable x. Okay, so two coins are being tossed. That means the space, experiment space, will be either it will be head head, head tail, first tail then head, or tail and tail. Okay, so my random variable will be having the value either 2, 1, 1, and 0. So if I am assigning every experiment outcome, the outcomes of the experiment, a real value, then it will be known as a random variable. Okay, so a random variable can be discrete as well as continuous. So if x is taking, so if x is taking discrete values or countable number of values, okay, then it will be known as a discrete random variable. And if it is taking values, continuous values, infinite values between a range a and b, I will be calling it as a continuous random variable. Continuous random variable. For example, this is a discrete random variable. But if I have to say that I have to measure the temperature between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. Okay, I have to now everything is machine learning and everything, right? So I have placed a sensor, and in that sensor I will be noting down uh, continuous temperature from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Okay, that temperature will be random function because it will not be given by a particular deterministic equation. Deterministic equation is not available, so it will be random. Definitely it will be random. So there are multiple, or I can say infinite values between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. That will depend upon the number of samples that you are taking. No doubt it will be dependent upon the number of samples you are taking. But if I'm saying that samples is too high, then I will be going for a continuous random variable. Because if I'm suppose saying that I have taken 10 to the power of 6 samples, 10 to the power of 6 samples. Okay. So taking the value of 0.00002 degrees centigrade. Okay. Suppose I'm saying, let's say, uh, I am saying that temperature of 25.221 degrees centigrade. What is the probability of finding 22.21221 degrees centigrade? That will be some 1 divided by 10 to the power of 6. So 1 divided by 10 to the power of 6 is almost 0. Almost 0. Okay. So I can say in continuous random variable, the probability almost almost have no importance. Okay, has no importance because I will be giving a value of 0 to every probability function. That means for any person, if I'm saying that whether 25.221 degrees centigrade lies in the temperature range. Uh, my daily temperature, if I am tracking the daily temperature of 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Okay, so whether 25.221 exists. So giving the answer 1 by 10 to the power of minus 6, 1 to the power of 10 to the power of 10, it is almost zero. So for a user, it will be like that it doesn't exist. Okay, so in that case, we are going for some other quantities that is known as PDFs and CDFs. Okay, so first and foremost, if I have drawn this table, my first function that comes into my mind is probability mass function. Probability mass function. Because you have already studied this, just going in a brief. So according to you, what is the probability mass function? Probability mass function. What are the possible values? So just if I plot the mass of a particular random variable, okay, suppose I am representing it by px of x. So if I want to represent my values, x values, x values will be either 0, 1 or 2, and just represented by an impulse. 0 will be 0, 1 will be taking a value of 0 will be having a probability of 0 will be having a probability of half, right? Sorry, 1 by 4. 1 will be having a probability of 1 by 2, and 2 will be having a probability of 1 by 4. So just plotting this, I will be having 1 by 4 here, 1 by 2 here, and 1 by 4 here. This is my probability mass function. Okay, representing the number of, I can say, the probability of a random variable taking each of the possible values. What is the probability of 1? This will be probability of x taking a value 1, probability of x taking a value of 2, and probability of x taking a value of 0. Okay, so probability mass function exists in those cases when there is a discrete number of, when there is finite number of sample values, sample space. Okay, so if I can say my x belongs to real number, okay, x belongs to real number, that is fine, and x can be in the range of minus infinity to infinity, or I can say x belongs to a value of anything between this. Okay, it can take any value between this. So for a continuous random variable, my probability mass function will be something like this, anything, but it will be multiple values, infinite values, so it will be almost continuous. Okay, this will always be random x and this. Okay, always remember we will be representing random variable by a Roman x. Okay, a random variable. We will be representing this with random variable and small x, or like this, as random values that x can take. Okay, so we will be already representing this by using this. So the next thing that is important, or the next parameter that is important, is cumulative probability distribution. Cumulative probability distribution function. Probability distribution function, that is CDF. So what is the definition of CDF? What is CDF? CDF is, you have studied this in mathematics, right? So just give the definition, simple. What it is? Probability of a random variable taking a value less than or equal to x. Okay, so a definition of PDF is when we are going for continuous random variable, finding a probability of a single value is 0. Okay, so in that case, we always go for a cumulative distribution function, cumulative probability distribution function, because finding a probability of a range of values will be far easier as compared to finding the probability of a single term or single event in a space. Okay, so it will be defining the probability of x achieving or x taking values up to x. X is a value. Okay, so if I want to construct a CDF for a discrete term, okay, for two coins to be tossed, okay, and you have to take random variable x as number of heads or heads count, then my cumulative distribution function will look like, this is my x, this is fx of x. Always remember, I will be taking CDF as capital X, capital F of random variable x taking value x. This is this. Okay. So let's see. So because it was a discrete, I am marking it as 0, then 1, then 2. Okay. So 0, probability that it is less than 0, probability fx of 0, that means probability that x is less than or equal to 0. What will be its value? 1 by
1/4.
1 by 4. 1 by 4. Now we are jumping to the value of 1. So fx of 1. Fx of 1 means probability that x takes a value less than or equal to 1. Probability that x takes a value less than or equal to 1. So I will be that means I will be counting not only 1 but also 0, because probability that x takes a value less than or equal to 1, that means probability that x is 0 and probability that x is 1. So my value will be here, my value will be 1 by 4 plus 1 by 2, that is 1 by 4 plus 1 by 2, that is 3 by 4. Okay, and then what will be the probability fx of 1.5? What will be its value? Fx of 1.5.
3
Fx
by
of
4.
1.5. That will be 3.4.
Yes. So 3 by 4. Yes.
3 by 4. 3 by 4, right? And it will, and till 1.99999, it will be same, because this is a discrete event, right?
Yes, sir.
Till 1.99999 it will be same, but at 2 what will be its value?
1.
1. And after 2 it will be always 1. So this will be my cumulative distribution function or CDF. Okay, so this will be my CDF. Okay, so if I want to take the properties of CDF, let's take one by one. First property, fx of minus infinity, fx of minus infinity. What does that mean? Probability that x will be taking a value less than or equal to minus infinity. Is it a possibility that minus infinity से कोई छोटा number होगा?
No, sir.
So the probability will be 0.
0.
Next, next, fx of infinity. That
1.
means probability that x is less than or equal to infinity. That means the complete space, and complete space that means 1. Okay. Third, third is prob probability that x takes a value less than or equal to greater than x1 and less than x2. Okay, taking both into account. So greater than or equal to x1 and less than x2. So this can be find out using the properties, and this will be equal to fx of x2 minus fx of x1. Okay, this can be shown using a graph when I will be coming to this. X, x2, x2, x1. Okay. So these are the properties that is available. Okay. Then moving to a second parameter or second term, that is probability density function. Probability density function, also known as PDF. Okay. So PDF, that means density. Density means giving some area. Okay, so if I'm talking about the density function, that means finding the area under that curve will be giving us the probability. Okay, so for us, let's say let's say my distribution function of density function is something like this. Okay, anything. Okay, and I have to say that to define the probability density function, let's take a very infinitely small uh, space, infinitely small interval of x and x plus dx. Taking this infinitely small interval, okay, let's take this interval, very small interval. So in that case, the probability, if this is a graph of x and this will be fx of x, then the probability of this value, probability probability of x, capital X, that means the random variable taking a value, probability of x taking a value, or I can say lying lies in the interval, lies in the interval of of x comma x plus dx. Okay, taking the interval x and dx will be equal to probability density function fx of x into dx. Okay, so the probability of x lying in an interval x comma x plus dx will be given by fx of x into dx. So if this is a graph of random variable, so we have to find the value of fx of x, then only we can find the value of a probability that my x, that the random variable lies in this region. Okay, so if I have to find, if a probability density function is given, if a probability density function is given, and if I have to find that my x lies in the region of a and b, if my x lies in the region of a and b, this is x. So I can find out just by finding the area under the curve. Area under the curve. Just by finding out the area under the curve, I can find the value of probability that x belongs to a comma b belongs to a comma b will be equal to from in a to b fx of x d. Just by integrating, just by finding the area under the curve, we can find the value that x takes a value, or x lies in the range of a comma b. X lies in the range of a comma b. So the PDF will be giving us the curve from which we can find the value of any probability range. Okay, so if we can see the properties, again the properties of PDF, let's check. If I can take f minus infinity to infinity fx of x dx, if I integrate from minus infinity to infinity fx of x dx, what will be my uh, what will be my value? What will be the value of this function minus infinity to
1.
infinity? That means I am calculating the complete area under the probability density function. That means I am taking the complete space. If I'm taking the complete space, what does that mean? That means the area will be equal to 1. Agreeing to this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, because this means that the probability x will be taking a value, between minus infinity to infinity, complete range of value minus infinity to infinity. That means probability of x in the space. Okay, probability that s belongs to a space, and if x belongs to the space, that means the probability will be equal to 1. Okay, so for us it will be always 1. Next. Okay, so just for an example, let's take the PDF fx of x equals k e to the power of minus ax. K e to the power of minus ax. Find the value of unknown constant k. Unknown constant k. Find the value of unknown constant k. Find the value of unknown constant k. What will be its value? It will be, okay. Next, I have to say that uh, I can say f of x u of x, or I can say x is greater than 0, equal to 0. Let's say this. Now it will be easy. X is greater than or equal to 0. So it will be minus infinity to infinity fx of x dx will be equal to 1. So it will be, because the values are only lying after 0. So it will be 0 to infinity. K e to the power of minus ax dx will be equal to 1. Solve this. What will be my value of k?
A.
K is equals to
A.
a. K is equals to a. Okay. K is equals to a. Okay. If I am saying that minus infinity to x fx of x dx, what does this signifies? That means I am talking about the PDF curve. If I am talking about the PDF curve fx of x, and I am talking about minus infinity to infinity, that means my curve will be taking a area from minus infinity to x. Yes, if I'm integrating from minus infinity to x, that means I'm taking the complete area from minus infinity to x, right?
Yes, sir.
right? That means I am taking the probability that x will be less than or equal to x, right? If I'm talking
Yes,
about
sir.
this area will be probability that x will be less than or equal to x. That means I can say this is the CDF. Can I say this?
Yes, sir.
What is CDF definition? CDF की definition क्या होती है? Probability that x achieves a value less than or equal to x, right? Agreeing or not?
Yes, sir.
Right? So this will be my CDF. Okay. So taking the inverse, I can say that fx of x dx, sorry, fx of x dx को उधर ले चलते हैं, will be equal to differentiation of d by dx of fx of. Remember this relationship and this relationship. From a CDF, I can calculate my PDF, and from a PDF, I will be calculating my CDF. What will be the value of minus infinity? Sorry, if I am taking x to infinity fx of x dx, what will be its value?
1 minus
1
fx.
minus, right? 1 minus fx of x, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. So I can say this is probability x taking a value greater than or equal to x. Probability that x, yes, x taking the value, because the graph will be looking like this. And I will be concerned about the area. This is x, this area. Okay, so this area is probability x is greater than x of x. This is my x. Okay, let's take an example again. A uniform distribution, a uniformly distributed variable, random variable. If I am talking about the uniform distribution, that means all random variable will be taking uniform values. All random value, a random variable will be taking uh, same values for different uniform values for different variables. Okay, so I can say like this: if it is between the range of a and b, if it is between the range of a and b, fx of x x, so every value will be having the same magnitude. Okay, if I'm talking about 0, it will be having one, suppose 0.5, then 0.5 will be having 0.5 and so on. So if I'm talking about uniform distribution, this is the most random distribution, because of probability of having value anything a will be equal to probability of value b will be probability of c and so on. So probability of every event will be equal. Probability of every event will be equal. Uniform distribution, most random function. Whenever we are talking about the randomness, we are talking about the uniform distribution. Okay, so find the value of k. Find the value of k. Find the value of k for a uniform distribution function. For a uniformly distributed function, find the value of k. What will be the value of k?
1 by b minus a.
1 by b minus 1 by b minus a, right?
So plus A. A is on the opposite side.
A minus b.
So plus A.
A plus b. Okay, let's see. A to b k dx equals
Sir,
1.
I'm saying because A is on the opposite side.
Yes.
I'm saying because A is on the opposite side, negative side.
A is
Not,
on the opposite side. This.
yes.
So Okay, you are saying that this is minus a,
Yes.
but I am not placing this value, na. What I have not said that this is 0. I am not saying this.
Okay, okay,
This
sir.
can be any relative value. This can be anything. Okay, I can take this as mean of this.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so don't get confused by these things. Okay, if I am placing this a and b, you have to just find out using this. So this will be k is equals to b minus a, right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, k is equals to b minus a. And how, and can you find the value of this? Can you draw the graph of this fx of x? That is CDF. CDF will be CDF. Can you draw the graph of CDF? Can you draw the graph of CDF? From A to B, it will be, no, from A to B, it will be a straight line. From A to B, it will be having a slope, because if you integrate this, right? So from A to B, I will be getting a straight line. And after B, it will be 1, because at B, you will be achieving a value of 1, right? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the CDF graph will be looking like this. Just calculate this formula you have with you. Okay, so just check this, because now you don't have to integrate from minus infinity to x. Okay, you just have to find the value of x between a and b. From a and b, if my value of x lies between a and b, it will be a linear curve. Okay, it will be a linear line. Okay, slope, anything. The slope will be, what will be the slope value? Slope will be k. Slope will be 1 by k, right? Check this. This is very easy. Okay. A question is given. A continuous random variable, just a continuous random variable x, a continuous random variable x is uniformly distributed in the interval 0 to 10, 0 to 10, 0 to 10. Draw fx of x, draw fx of x, draw the PDF, draw the CDF, draw the PDF, draw the CDF. PDF uniformly distributed 0 to 10, 10 here, 0 here. X, x of x. What will be the value of this?
1 by 10.
K, 1 by
10.
10. Now CDF. Now CDF. Integrate from 0 to infinity x, and the value of k will be 1 by 10. So you will be getting a slope of x by 10. Okay, so you will be getting a slope of x by 10. Okay, so CDF will be looking like this. At 10, you will be achieving a value of 1. Okay, and it will be starting from 0 and then this. So my CDF will be looking like this. Okay, so for a uniform distribution, my graph will be always, the CDF will be always lying between A and B, and the slope will be 1 by.
Sir,
Yes,
sir, but at A the probability is not zero, so it should have some finite value.
what at this?
At A, yes, sir.
Yes,
At A
but
also
what
the
does CDF
probability.
represent? Probability that x is less than or equal to x, A, right?
Yes, then equal to na. So at A it is 1/k na probability. So it should have some finite value.
But yes, but when we are talking about these a step function, okay, at A it is also 0, it is also 1 by k at
So
A,
zero.
because there is a vertical line, right? So there is discontinuity.
Okay.
There is a discontinuity, right?
Yes.
Whenever you are taking a unit impulse function or unit step function, what will be its value at 0? This is discontinuous. And at any value A, suppose, I cannot say this is value this and this, right?
Yes.
Okay. So when we are talking about the CDF, I can draw an impulse here also. I have to draw an impulse here because this has discontinuity. But uh, what has already been discovered, that at A we consider the probability that, because it is probability that X achieves a value less than or equal to A, we almost consider it to be 0. Okay, you are correct, but because there is a discontinuity, I cannot take the value of this and this. Similarly with B, right? But after B, it will be 1, because it will be taking all the components into account. Okay, so that is why I'm saying that after B it will be 1. Discontinuity होने की वजह से problem है, otherwise we would definitely go for your solution that there should be a discontinuity, तो यहाँ पे कोई value होनी चाहिए. Okay, let me check. यहाँ पे वैसे 0 ही लेते हैं हम, जहाँ तक है मुझे k/2 तो नहीं लेते, मुझे यहाँ तक याद आ रहा है, because I remember that it is 0. Let me check. I will be checking and giving you an answer. Okay, कोई वो नहीं है, because discontinuity होती है, that is why we take the value lower. Okay. Another question: fx of x is equals to a e to the power of minus bx. You must have solved this question, and x achieves a value greater than or equal to 0. Find the relationship between a and b. Find the relation between a and b, and yes, and plot fx of x. Again, plot fx of x. Find the value, find the relationship between a and b. Find the relationship between a and b. What is the relation between a and b? So you have to integrate.
A equals
A
to
equals to B.
Okay, and the graph will be looking like, let's integrate this from 0 to x, fx of x dx. Okay, fx of x dx is equals to b, so that means either I can take okay, a to the power of minus ax 0 to x dx. So this will be 1 minus, facing this, 1 minus e to the power of minus ax. 1 minus e to the power of minus ax when x is greater than or equal to 0. So my curve will be looking like this. The CDF will be looking like 1 minus e to the power of x. So for x it will be this, and 1 here. So it will be finally achieving 1 at infinity, right? At infinity, something like this. My curve will be looking like this. So at infinity, it will be achieving a value of 1, right? Yes. For 0, it will be 1. For 0, it will be 0. And for infinity, it will be equal to 1. Okay. And what will be the relationship between a and b if it is a e to the power of minus mod of x? again mod of x, a e to the power of minus b mod of x, relationship between a and b. So it will be minus infinity to minus infinity to infinity. Okay, minus infinity to 0, a e to the power of a e to the power of
bx.
bx. Okay, plus 0 to infinity a e to the power of minus bx. Okay, so just find out the value and you will be getting the answer.
A equals to B.
Yes,
A equals.
you will be getting answer 2a is equals to b. Check. Yes, 2a is equals to b or a is equals to 2b, whatever be the answer. जो आ रहा है बता दो, 2a is equals to b or a is equals to 2b.
2a equals b.
2 equals to B आ रहा है.
2a is equals to b आ रहा है, ठीक है. So 2a is equals to b. Next, moving to another topic, that is statistical averages. Statistical averages of random averages of random variable. Okay, okay. So how to find the statistical averages? First is mean. So mean of x, we represent it using expectation variable e. Okay, expectation of x. So we will be using expectation function. Expectation function. Okay, so expectation of x or mean of x will be equal to minus infinity to infinity x of fx of x dx. We will be using mean using this. So why we are going for this? Why we are taking x into fx of x dx? Why we are taking the expected value as this x fx of x dx? What does fx of x dx means? Fx of x dx means, that means x lies in the range of x and x plus dx, right? Probability that x lies in the range of x and x plus dx, we have already calculated from here, right? Here, probability that x lies in the range of x and x plus dx, you will be getting fx of x dx. Okay, so if I move that line across from minus infinity to infinity, okay, and use the weight of x, I will be calculating the average. Suppose I am saying 1 exists with a probability of half and 0 exists with a probability of half, right? If I'm saying that 1 exists with a probability of half and 0 exists with a probability of half, okay, so what will be the average value? Average value will be 1 into half plus 0 into half, so the value will be half. सपोज हम कह रहे हैं कि 5 वोल्ट होने की प्रोबेबिलिटी है हाफ, ठीक है, और 0 वोल्ट होने की प्रोबेबिलिटी है हाफ, और कोई तुमसे पूछता है कि व्हाट इज योर एवरेज वैल्यू, व्हाट इज योर एवरेज वैल्यू, व्हाट यू विल डूइंग, weight, that is 5 volts into probability plus 0 volt into probability, so you will be getting 2.5 volts. ठीक है ना? एक घंटे के लिए हमने ऑब्जर्व किया, एक घंटे के लिए ऑब्जर्व किया, हमने देखा 50% टाइम्स तो 5 वोल्ट्स आता है, 50% टाइम्स 0 वोल्ट्स आता है. Okay, so the probability will be 2.5 volts. Average value in these 60 minutes time or 1 hour time will be equal to 5 into half, that is 2.5 volts. Similarly, यहाँ पे भी हमने वही किया है. We have to find the expectation of x, that is the mean value of x. What we have done, they are infinite values, or I can say x is taking a value between the range of minus infinity to infinity. Okay, so the value itself, that is x, and what is its probability of occurrence. So probability of occurrence is fx of x dx, and I have integrated in the range of minus infinity to infinity. उस window को हमने पूरा slide किया minus infinity to infinity, so we have calculated the mean. Okay, so just as the expectation, or I can say the mean value. Then comes the mean square value. Second function is mean square value. Mean square value. So the mean square value is given as an expectation of x square. Square value expectation. Mean means expectation of x square. So this will be simply minus infinity to infinity x square fx x dx. Okay, so even if it is the nth order, x to the power of n, so I will be taking x to the power of n fx of x dx. Okay, so the mean defines the DC value or the AC value? Mean. It will always define the DC value of random function. Always define the DC value of random variable. Okay. Now coming to the third part, that is the central variance, or I can directly say central values, or I can say the variance. I can find the central moments and then I can go for this. Okay. But see, because in your syllabus it is very brief topic, so variance or sigma square. So variance, what is the function for variance? Variance sigma square is defined as expectation of, it is also known as second central moment. Okay, x minus x bar whole square. Expectation of x minus x bar whole square. That means how much my random variable deviates or varies from the mean value. So x minus x bar whole square. So if I want to calculate this, I will be saying e expectation x square minus x bar square, sorry, plus x bar square minus 2 times of x into x bar. If I am saying x bar, that means mean. Here x bar defines the mean. Okay, or I can say e expectation of x. So just solve this. So it will be expectation of x square plus expectation of x bar whole square minus 2 times of, now expectation of a constant value, expectation of a 1 will be mean of 1. Mean of 1 कितना होता है? एक्सपेक्टेशन ऑफ कांस्टेंट वैल्यू क्या होगी भाई? किसी चीज का मीन निकाल रहे हो, वो खुद कांस्टेंट है, व्हाट विल बी इट्स वैल्यू? itself, right? So I can take 2 outside, and x bar is also a constant now because we have taken the mean. Okay, so expectation of x, expectation of x. So now expectation of x square,
Sir, how mean is constant?
minus expectation of x square, and this will be x bar whole square because taking the mean of x bar whole square, right? X bar whole square, x bar is a constant, x bar whole square minus 2 times of x bar whole square. So this will be expectation of x square minus x bar whole square. Any confusion regarding this? Any confusion? So this will be mean square value, or I can say this mean square value. Okay, I can say mean square value minus mean whole square minus mean whole square. Okay, so sigma square will be equal to mean square value minus mean whole square. So the mean square value, just for your help, mean square value, mean square value defines the total power, defines the total power. Okay, total power. And mean defines the DC power. DC value or DC power? Okay, mean square, that means DC power. And sigma square will be defining the AC power. So you can see mean square value will be equal to AC power plus DC power. So this will be the term for us, just for your, if you want, if we go into communication the background, then we will be using this mean square and this thing. Okay, so remember this thing. And the standard deviation, you already know that standard deviation is the square root of variance. Square root of variance. Okay. Let's take an example. Okay. If my graph varies from -10 to 10, uniformly distributed in the range of -10 to 10, x, fx of x dx. Okay. What will be this value? 1 by 20? Amplitude will be 1 by 20, right?
Yes, sir.
What will be the mean? मीन कितना होगा? देख के समझ में आ रहा है सारे लोग इक्वली डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड है, सो मीन कितना आना चाहिए?
1 by 20.
मीन कितना आना चाहिए इसका? सब 1 by 20 से
One.
वेटेड है. Okay, everything is having a probability of 1 by 20. Every point in this graph is having a value of 1 by 20. So the random variable will be having a mean of expectation value of x will be, solve this, fx of x. Yes, -10 to 10 k dx, k any value x minus 10 plus 10. Okay, so this will be k 10 minus 10. Anything? Okay, I have missed an x here. Okay, x here. So that will be x square. Sorry. So this will be x kx dx. So this will be x square by 2. K will be outside. -10 to 10. So this will be 100 square, 100 by 2 minus 100 by 2. So that will be 0. K into 0, that is 0. Yes. And what will be its variance? What will be its variance? Mean is 0. So just by finding x square, okay, you can find the value of mean, because variance is equals to MSQ or a mean square value, okay, minus mean square. Just by finding this, you can find your this variance. So what will be the variance? What will be the variance? Variance will be x cubed by 3 minus 10 to 10 k times, so 1000 by 3, 1000 by 3 minus 1000 by 3. This will be 2000 by 3, and k was
1 by 20.
1 by 20.
1 by 20. K was 1 by 20. 1 by 20 into 2000 by 3, that is
100 by
100 by 3. 100 by 3, that is 33.3. So my variance is equal to 33.33. Okay. So this is about a variance. एक और न्यूमेरिकल देख लेते हैं, फिर इसके बाद एंड करते हैं. So let's take fx of x is equals to lambda e to the power of minus lambda x for for x greater than 0, x greater than 0. Find all the statistical averages, मतलब mean, mean square value and variance. मीन और मीन स्क्वायर वैल्यू निकल गया तो वेरिएंस तो निकल जाएगा. व्हाट इज द मीन वैल्यू? मीन वेरिएंस 0 to infinity x lambda e to the power of minus lambda x you have to integrate by parts. Okay, so what will be its value? Let's consider x a and b. So will be integration a integration of b dx minus a dash integration of v. Anyone with the answer? By parts. So it will be integration of u v dx. So it will be u integration of v dx minus integration of u dash integration of v dx. As far as I remember, this is the
1 by lambda.
hmm?
1 by lambda mean.
Mean is equals to
1 by
1 by
lambda.
lambda. This is a standard function, so it will have a definitely a value of 1 by lambda. ये standard है. Lambda e to the power of minus lambda x का mean होता है 1 by lambda. Try it. मैं integration ही है और क्या है? Integration by part एक बार मैं check कर रहा हूँ. Yes, u dash f v dx right side में f v dx. Okay, so u vx, that means this will be anyone with the answer u integration of vx, so that will be x into integration of lambda e to the power of minus lambda x dx. Okay, so that will be x times of lambda outside e to the power of minus lambda x upon lambda minus lambda. from 0 to infinity. From 0 to infinity. Okay. If I take the x here,
X minus 1.
hmm?
Sir, x minus 1. The integration of the whole should be x minus 1.
Integration of
The whole function. X lambda e की power minus lambda x dx.
will be equal to x minus 1.
1, yes.
No, if I go by this method, okay, by parts, so this will be minus
Sir, you can
integration
consider.
of this is 1 and integration will be equal to e to the power of minus lambda x upon minus lambda, okay, and then dx. So this will be equal to okay, if I take this, if I'm taking lambda outside, okay, so lambda here, so lambda cancel. So lambda cancels. So this will be minus 1 e to the power of minus lambda x dx. So again solving it, so it will
So
be
plus
equal.
plus आएगा नीचे minus lambda.
Yes,
It will be plus because in denominator we have minus lambda.
सॉल्व करके देखते हैं ना एक बार, फिर देखते हैं माइनस प्लस माइनस, ओके
X
माइनस हेयर साइड, ओके प्लस विल बी कमिंग टू प्लस. So plus e to the power of minus lambda x, that is again e to the power of minus lambda x upon minus lambda, right? And the range will be equal from 0 to infinity. 0 to infinity. So if I place infinity here, it will be equal to 0 infinity. So it will be equal to 1 by infinity, that is 0. 1 by 0. Okay, and then minus 0, and then when I place 0 here, so I will be getting 1 by lambda, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it will be giving me 1 by lambda. Now coming to the first function. First function is this x, this thing, x integration of lambda e to the power of minus lambda x dx. Okay, so I will be getting, let's check, x into this will be getting me lambda e to the power of minus lambda x upon minus lambda from 0 to infinity. From 0 to infinity. So at infinity it will be making it 0, and at 0 it will be making it 0, right? यदि हम infinity रखते हैं यहाँ पे तो भी 0 हो जाता है. This will be infinity into 0, this will be 0, and 0 रखते हैं तो this will be making it a 0. Okay, so I can make it this function to be 0. So I will be getting 0 plus 1 by lambda. 1 by lambda. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, na?
Yes, sir.
So 1 by lambda. और बाकी कितने क्या क्या आए? अब एरिया स्टूडेंट्स किसी ने कैलकुलेट किया? मीन स्क्वायर तो फिर और कैलकुलेशन मुश्किल हो जाएगी. तो जनरल में इसका जो MSQ होता है, जस्ट सॉल्व इट. 1 बाय MSQ इसका होता है 2 by lambda square MSQ, and solving this you will be getting variance is equals to 1 by lambda square. 2 by lambda square minus 1 by lambda square, so that will be equal to this. Always remember this. ये भी एक जनरल फंक्शन है, इसका मीन यही होता है और वेरिएंस ही. ठीक है, बाद में इसको यूज करते हैं कई जगहों पे कम्युनिकेशन. So that is why this is an important function. Lambda e to the power of minus lambda x. ठीक है, try to solve this. Okay, so I am stopping here. Let's see.
So random variable is also in the quiz.
Yes, in the first, not in this quiz syllabus.